Hi guys, thanks for watching my first review. This review that I'm doing, it's on Devil May Cry, the reboot. I know I'm a little late. It's almost been a month since the game came out, but I really wanted to do this review because I've been an avid DMC fan for since the first one, and just the controversy that's behind this reboot. I really just wanted to weigh in my opinion. So let's get started. I think the big change obviously is that Dante's half devil, half angel, and I think that's actually pretty cool because I personally thought there was already like an internal struggle within Dante himself, and the story itself, it's not confusing. It's actually kind of linear. There's no real complex twists, maybe like one or two along the way, but it's nothing real complicated. It's easy to follow, but I think the simple storyline kind of didn't really do it for me because just this is the first time that we see like Dante and Virgil kind of working together they're actually friends. They're actually like brothers. That they love each other, and I really wanted to see that dynamic within the two of them. Like I really wanted to see them like bro out, and there wasn't enough of that for me. Like I wish that that Dante and Virgil actually had a deeper connection. And that being said, I also want to see if Kat's and Dante's story was also going to get more complex as well. You just get the occasional shot of them talking together. You obviously that they form a friendship, but you don't really see nothing deeper than that. You don't see Dante kind of gets real closer real quick, but there's only like these few conversations where they get to know each other, but nothing more than that. And I really want to see more on Sparta and Eva. I want to see their background, or like kind of almost like an origin story. We like for the other Devil May Cries, you don't really get to know much of Sparta, just that he's Dante's and Virgil's father, and I really wanted them to focus in on that. So, like I said, the storyline, it's alright. It's not bad. It could be a little bit more complex. They could have been a lot more narrative. I think Theory kind of like shied away a little bit. I guess because they were getting so much flack. I really wanted them to like make this game their own in every aspect. I guess the next part that I really want to talk about is the music and the graphics. I think the graphics for like this generation console is actually pretty amazing. The environments are pretty cool. It's more like a cityscape, but the thing about it, it doesn't really get boring because you have Limbo, which is like this parallel universe. It reminds me a little bit of Silent Hill, where you have Silent Hill itself, but then you have like the hellish Silent Hill where like the walls start to peel and stuff. So having that compare and contrast moment of like here's the real world and here's the Limbo take of it, I think is pretty cool. So yeah, the graphics I think are actually well done. They're pretty good. Um, you know, like most the games in this generation, the cutscenes and the gameplay graphics are almost interchangeable for some games. The music is actually done by two bands, I guess you could say. One is Comic Christ and the other one is Noisia, which is a dubstep group. I actually think they did a good job on it because it really does capture like that grittiness that Devil May Cry has always had. It's like this real like rumble and tumble type of thing, and it's just I think it's dark. It suits the mood. I'm actually a really big fan about the gameplay. Just the way they streamline these combos, I think it makes it easier to like do all these combos to get more stylish points. The fact that your weapons are corresponded to your triggers, it makes it easier to flip the weapons on the fly, making making transitions into combos a lot easier. My biggest issue with it though, I think, is what a lot of fans have an issue as well. There's no auto lock system. You can't hone in into a character. There's no way you can trigger on it. The game itself will automatically choose the nearest enemy that's next to you. And that's bad, especially when you're trying to lift or grapple an opponent, or like you're trying to hone in on one opponent so that you can focus like most of your attacks on that one. So I think for me that was one of the big issues. The other big issue I think is the camera too. The camera is a little wonky. It's a freeform camera, which is kind of cool. You can angle the camera any way you want. The issue there is when you get into like a big fight with a lot of enemies, you'll be attacking one enemy, but the angle that your camera might be in might not let you see that someone's to your side or to your back. So you'll be unleashing so many combos, but then like it'll get interrupted because someone hit you from behind, and you won't be able to see it. The camera works against you also when it comes to like the platforming. There's some platforming parts that you can't really tell how much like distance there is between like the next platform and yourself. So you might make like a false jump. You might not make the jump. And yeah, and your upgrades are pretty simple. It's almost like old school Devil May Cry. You get your upgrade points. That'll upgrade your abilities, your weapons, and your guns. And then you have the red orbs that you could buy your items. So in the reboot, they brought back the secret missions with a little twist. You have to find keys, and once you find the key, you have to find the corresponding door to unlock the secret mission. The cool thing about the secret mission, they have like the secret missions have their own training mode. You could do the whole. You could be in the room and kind of get familiar with your environment, and once you press select, or whatever, and then you could start the mission. Just like the other DMCs, these secret missions, they unlock health fragments or devil trigger fragments, which after collecting 4 of each, either extend your devil trigger or your health. Another thing that this reboot actually added was a training mode, which I think is really helpful when you're trying to get the triple S style ranking. Basically, whatever weapons you have and whichever combos you unlock, you could go into training mode and you could just get used to the controls, try to figure out which combos you need help with, and it just helps you figure out where you need help with, which weapons you need to improve with, and which combos you need to learn. So this is the end of my review. I hope people out there find it helpful, especially those who are teetering, especially those traditional DMC fans. Honestly, you need to make your own opinion. There's too much controversy on this. As a DMC fan, I actually enjoyed it. It may not be the old school exactly, but hopefully Ninja Theory will like listen to some of the feedback and change it. But that being said, I think that we need to give this game a shot, because people just need to go out and play it. I understand a lot of people had an issue with the game, with the character redesign for Dante. I just think they need to let that go, and just really, I mean, if you're gonna nitpick at it, at least nitpick at the gameplay. I know a lot of people think it's is too easy. Maybe so. It's a reboot. They're trying to bring in the old school gamer, or the old school DMC fans, and they're trying to bring in the new ones as well. So just give it a chance, and once again, you honestly need to make your own decision when it comes to this game. Download the demo before you buy the game, see if you like it. They give you a boss fight and a regular mission to do. So I think it's a good way to see if you would actually spend your money on this game. Thank you.